Shalom and hello. This is Sister Victoria. Bless you, sisters, and all saints of the Most High Yah. I am showing Angel Soft toilet tissue, and I'm showing this for a reason to say that the entire world, because of Satan, is running out of his time before the Most High is to return. We're being deceived all over the place. The saddest part is when the churches and the assemblies started deceiving us. But let's look at this. This says clearly Angel Soft tissue 70%. Now I started opening and then I stopped. And then it says over here, Angel Soft. Just no more. It's supposed to be regular, I guess. So let's look at this. They're saying the 70% one is supposed to be more. But how is that? Look at the tissue rolls. We clearly see that they're smaller than these. Let's open it up. So I've opened up the tissue. Okay, and this is the one that's not said to be 70%. And this is the one that's said to be 70%. Can you not see a difference in the sizes? Let's look at that. Look at that little roll of tissue. And they're saying that it's more than this roll of tissue. Do you not see a significant difference in those size roll? But yet they told us that the smallest one has the most tissue. We're being deceived like that in everything. We pay more for things and we get less. We pay more and get less. And the reason that being is because we live in a society that does not care about things that are important to our society or to our states that we live in, our country. They don't care about things like that are important. They don't fight for things. We don't fight for things that are important, like being deceived and lied to. You know, we go in the grocery store today and you have to ask for a receipt today. Why can't you just hand me my receipt? Why do I have to ask for my receipt? Because they're going to start not giving us one altogether. See, it's to take, what they do is they start out by seeing how many people go for this. Because as long as the majority go for it, then that's what's going to take place in the end. If the majority goes along with falseness and lies, deception, being cheated, being told something is more than others. Clearly, we see that tissue is not no 70% more. That little roll of tissue, 70% more. Clearly, we see that compared to these. But that's how we lie to. That's how we're deceived in everything nowadays. And because we have a generation that's coming up who don't care. They care more about video games, computers, what I'm gonna eat at the fast food restaurant. I want my rights Pride Month. I mean, we clearly have dropped the ball on what's important. Just like we've dropped the ball on what's important concerning our soul salvation. The churches have dropped the ball concerning your soul salvation. That's why the Bible clearly states, save yourselves from this untoward generation. And truly, I am obeying that scripture, because if you don't, you remember the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. In the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, they were told to not look back, and to get out of that wicked city. And many of us are told to get out of wicked churches, get away from wicked people, but yet we stay. And Lot's wife had that same spirit. She looked back. What are you missing? What are you going to miss when you look back? What are you missing from evil and wickedness? Why would you want to look back at that? It shows us that there's something wrong. There's carnality in us. There's sinful, lustful, fleshly natures. There's fear that's running rapid in us. And the whole nation is like this now, where we just tell lies and deception. It's very hard to find people that will be truly honest with you. Totally honest and real with you. We can't handle that. Those are the people we end up hating. We hate the people that are going to be for real with us. Those are the ones we hate. So I'm just challenging you, sister. Check your heart. See, am I more concerned about things that are not going to build the kingdom of Yah, not a man's kingdom, but to build up the kingdom of the Father inside of me, inside of my family, inside of my community? Am I going to be the salt of the earth? We know that Lot's wife turned and looked back, and she turned into a pillar of salt. Can you imagine how devastating that was for the family, because they couldn't look back at her? They had to just keep going forward, and that's what we have coming to today. We can't look back at the ones that wants to remain wicked after they've learned the truth. We have to keep going forward. And I just pray that we be mindful of Sodom and Gomorrah and don't turn into that pillar of salt.